Ladies and gentlemen, I must warn you. On days like today, when I get down to $1 as your planetary defense commander who depends and strives of your contributions and donations to continue to bring you the truth, when I get down to $1, especially after I've spent all year warning you about the period of the 15th December to the 15th of January would be the nuttiest period ever, and I hit on every cylinder, I get a little grumpy and my videos suffer. So this video is going to suffer, and there's probably definitely going to be some cussing. So the two biggest themes for 2020 are going to be volcanoes, and they are erupting, man. Just like I predicted. They're erupting everywhere and at major new levels. Like shit, the tall in the Philippines has not stopped and doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. We had the Galapagos Island one just erupt. I had to draw it in here, maybe closer, I don't know. The one in Alaska's going off. These are going off at like it is getting crazy. And it seems like the more the volcanoes erupt, the more you get people talking about climate change and carbon tax. Well, they don't talk about carbon tax, but and it's like literally all the same people never, like volcanoes and earthquakes, never mention their words. Like, hey man, like we gonna have volcano tax and earthquake tax. Maybe if you tax the volcanoes, they will emit less. And government doesn't even have to have a carbon tax. They can just say oil companies can only emit at these levels. You know what I'm saying? So the idea that they're just going to like pass off, like it's the dumbest shit ever. I don't know why more people don't get that they're trying to distract you from all the shitty shit while they run the stock markets up to absolutely like obscene super high Dow 30,000 levels. And then the shit crashes, you know? And then the 401k and pension fund that Joe Q Public and Molly Main Street have invested are long-term locked with zero hedges or safeguards for a market crash. Like your, like 90% of the people's investments in this shit, we're talking about the regular people, their investments are totally illiquid in their own hands. I mean, they can't, like, even if they see a crash coming, or like, I'm happy with it 30K before there's a pullback. You know, they can't pull it out without major, massive penalties. And if it doesn't crash, you get Zimbabwe, where the currency totally hyperinflated, man. And if you lay this over the Dow Jones, where the hiccup is here, like we're now at like here, man. See, this is 20,000. It's hockey sticked up to like here. So if it doesn't crash, that means the petrodollar, which is the global reserve currency, totally explodes, and then it's game over for everyone, and then you lose like 1 billion people in the first month due to starvation. When the supply lines break down, you got rape, murder, mass suicides, and then the super rich who've been deluding themselves, thinking they can have a bunker or some post-crash world, then they get in fights with each other with their drone armies, which all the big ones have. Trust me, I've done the legwork and talked to a lot of people over the last 20 years of doing this, trying to get everybody to avoid this point. So now is we got possible dams breaking in Mississippi due to all the heavy rain. The volcano in the Philippines has been going off for 3 days straight, and you know, that has shut down the airports, the cities, the schools. Like, you know, then you have Australia totally on fire, and it shut down a lot of shit as well. Like, isn't it amazing that the global economy continues to just skyrocket up the more civilization catches on fire, falls apart, has volcano eruptions, and like Brexit doesn't even know what the hell it is doing. But now is not the time to die. Survival is a hallmark of Asteroid Fight Club. You know? And so, sure, I'm a little frazzled. Lava's spewing now from the Philippine volcano on its third day. But in weird good news and omens, Billie Eilish, probably a hashtag Asteroid Fight Club member, who turned 18 earlier this year. I didn't learn about it till a couple months ago, and she had an amazing song called Everything I Ever Wanted, and then I listened to that song like 1,000 times over December. Technically helped me get through December, so technically she saved my life. And then I made it public. Oh my God, I have a crush on this girl. And I made her one of the X-Men as Dreamcatcher. She's been confirmed to do the James Bond song, 007, with Hans Zimmer, who's a great composer. She's like an X-Man, dude. And that's the whole thing. I can only date women who are at least like 75% as talented as I am. You know? So back off. Jack off. Jeez. Plus, she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. And extremely funny. You know how rare that is? I'm trying to calm down. But, you know, it's just going to keep getting wilder. But we could use some more divine intervention, and I could use some more miracles. But yeah, so I'm accepting contributions and donations. And, you know, this is my 4th year of doing it this way. And this is my 4th January. So Januaries are always slow and tight. And, oh my God, will I make it? For me, so. But I know I do an amazing job, and I'm the best planetary defense commander y'all have ever had. So anytime, I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful we made it this far. And we still got 2 more days to go on my month-to-month red alert, and I don't think it's going to slow down much after that. I didn't want to say that before, but here we go. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the economy. And volcanoes, plus weather. I guess I'll get to more weather. You guys love that. Chris Crepon. Hourly flash flood guidance for Mississippi shows they can't take much rain in certain areas, regardless of I look at 1 hourly, 3 hourly, 6 hourly, etc. And this pattern is just going to continue to trail due to the big high that is over Puerto Rico and the 2,000 earthquakes it has had. And so, yeah, that's why they use the media and social networking to get Americans to hate Americans. Just absolutely. If anybody, like, if you disagree with somebody in any way, it's like you're supposed to hate them. That's why Puerto Rico, I've been saying this for 4 years now, or maybe 3. Puerto Rico is kind of like the canary in the coal mine. It's the test of how much do we care about our fellow Americans, and how much of, like, the $3.7 trillion is being used in our name every year. How much of that is supposed to, like, help the people out? Because I know that our president has said that if you have a major problem, it's the state's issue. It's not the federal government. So what does that mean the federal government is there for? To go make sure oil stays above $46 a barrel? You know, like, then you got a record low coming into the Pacific Northwest, but this is the next 48 hours, and you can see there's a lot of rain coming over the Mississippi area. And then this giant storm, like, shit's just getting crazier. And the people who are like, yeah, no, this government guy is great, doing a great job, or this government politician is doing a great job. And it's been, you know, ever since Bush, ever since 2008. Pretty much, they blackmailed our government so then they could use that money to buy the media and social networking so they could convince Americans to hate each other. So they got anyone under $1 billion to hate each other. And I've been in the middle the whole time going, dude, we got to unite as people. How am I doing? I asked myself, what am I wearing? I'm wearing a Wolverine t-shirt and blue jeans. And rock and roll continues to struggle as the Weezer album keeps going downhill. Man, Rivers Cuomo sure didn't age well. Which is strange. I thought kissing Asian women made you younger. To me, my X-Men, we can't have a Reformation without a Renaissance. If they're blackmailing or paying off all the most talented people on Earth, man, we're in deep shit. Tyler Hamilton, this just happens to be the deepest low we've had all year at this location, west of Tofino, planning to dance with the Arctic air from the interior. What could go wrong? It's 979. That's almost a Category 2 hurricane. Or Alaskane. You can name it whatever you want to at home, man. I love you. I love you. Billie Eilish is really pretty. Have you seen her lower lip? Cranky weather guy. And there's only like 12 women on the planet I'm attracted to. That's out of 7 billion people, there's like 12 of them that I like, and they're all extremely attractive women with the best voices you've ever heard in your eardrums. Trying to shut up about it, but I'm freaking out. Cranky weather guy, the best. Saturday storm, seed undercut crossing the Cascades to initiate rapid plains genesis. Say that 3 times. Lead over spilling high, pushing cold air ahead of system. Thursday's northern New England snow event underway. British Columbia coastal clash. 997 verse 1052. That's quite a pressure gradient divergence. Me use words. The NSA was like, hey y'all, Microsoft fucked up. And people were like, weird. The NSA doesn't usually do that. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't even know. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Saturday we get another storm pushing on through after the one that created over 500 severe weather events across the United States just a few days ago. But some people were mad. They're like, I didn't get killed. This storm was nothing. And pretty much classic THORnews theory is that, like, if you get super hot, weird heat and then you get a lot of rain after, you could see volcano eruptions soon. And people are like, that's crazy. But you had a volcano erupt over here in the New Zealand, killing 18 people, which is only 1,000 miles away from Australia. And Australia has had volcano eruptions before, just like the Northeast. Was it Pennsylvania? Yeah, there's a volcano in Pennsylvania, bro. And David Bernard is like, updated dense fog advisory in effect from 9 p.m. And it's been foggy a lot. Like, it's been foggy in Texas. Fog is weird. Plus, we got volcanoes going all over. Cool clouds seen via the hood of my wife's car. The Tokyo Inside Job, brought to you by Katya P. Chris Creep on, checking out the possible snow levels that are going to hit the Pac Northwest. It's going to be quite a bit. Geoff Kilgore, I don't think he should kill anybody. Really useful information obtained by satellite. Awesome stuff. Andy Prata. Andy Prata, tall plume, definitely up high with BTS of negative 85 degrees Celsius. These BTs correspond to altitudes in the atmosphere of numbers plus words, letters, based on sounding. That's why I like pictures. Okay. Yeah, that's a major, like, if you had a camera on the moon shooting back at us, you could see that shit. You could probably see it from Jupiter's moon, Io, who has the same type of volcanoes. And then they were like, hey, we think we found volcanic activity on Venus because all the gas giants are on the same side, and somehow that causes all the volcanoes to get all gnarly, baby. So yeah, as your Planetary Defense Commander, I figured out that when you have all the gas giants on the same side of the sun, creating an imbalance, that really sets off the tectonic plates, the core of the Earth itself, the sun, volcanoes, and earthquakes. But do I get a parade or a cool ride to see a baseball game? No, I get ninjas trying to take me out. That's cool. It's just like a James Bond film. And Billie Eilish had a song where she's like, I'm a bad guy. So I would just try to convert her to the good guys. We need all the help we can get. And sirens are powerful. Although in that song, she's like, I might seduce your dad. And I'm like, no way, they're both dead. I guess it's true. That'd be super gross. Stephanie Abrams, plenty of time left to catch up on our lack of cold and snow in the Northeast. Because it is like a spring winter. And why these two chicks give me the stink eye? Whatever do to you? Chris Crepon, bringing it home today. Helping us focus on the Mississippi issue because this runs into the 15th of the next 48 hours. And so the same problem areas are probably still going to be getting more rain, and they can't hold anymore. And dam breakage failures cause instant problems. I do appreciate all Asteroid Fight Club. Chris Crepon again. Western Oregon may be in for a bumpy ride tomorrow. Other thing they can't handle, but a really nice extratropical cyclone makes landfall. I forget the chick's name who tweeted this. Asterisk. Look at the puppy's nose. It's a heart. That's cute. It's fun to fantasize about romance, especially at the end of the age, where the old system slowly is collapsing, and the people that profit the most from it are doing what they can to keep it afloat. What am I talking about here? A potent winter storm remains on track to impact the northern plains and upper Midwest Friday and Saturday. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. Well, I've chosen to be in a good mood. Telling everybody about all this crazy crap that is happening. I was telling my cool mailman yesterday, I was like, man, the volcano in the Philippines really erupted. He's like, yeah, I hadn't heard about it. I stay away from news like that because that shit is depressing. I was like, yeah. But I am in a good mood because I am a Sagittarius and we're naturally optimistic. Plus, beautiful women make me smile. Sue me. But you won't be able to get much. You only have like $1. And when my editing program bill goes through today, it'll be like negative $56. And then when they add the 35, it'll be like negative 100. Wow. Brittany Boyer, 66 of snow inches in 4 days. That's too much snow. Update from our snowplow operators. Snow heavy with whiteout conditions. Drivers are crashing because they can't see. Visibility is highly important when you're driving. 66 inches of snow has fallen in 4 days. Please don't park under wildlife. Don't ever park under wildlife. That's like that goes for all seasons. Oh, overcrossing. I'm in a good mood because I feel awesome. And Billie Eilish is going to do the theme song to James Bond. James Van Fleet. Ships mist fog hugging much of the Gulf Coast today, as well as on and off each day this week. Warm fronts lift north Wednesday. Some fog could still linger early in the AM. However, I expect a window to open up where visibility improves. The weather, no, we're talking about 4 days from now, where if you'll notice the heat, because this is what it is, it's a big battle between the heat and the cold. And I've been noticing the heat is winning pretty high in longitude and latitude, where you would be getting the normal winter storms through here. The heat is pushing up because it's the volcano heat versus the Arctic cold, man. It's like a game of fire and ice plus electricity and human emotions. And you know who's getting pounded the most? Long dramatic pause there for comedic effect. Tell your own jokes at home if you want. That's what THORnews is all about. WX charts more unsettled weather to get out of the way first, but all the change for the weekend with high pressure building in across the UK and Western Europe. I would take the time out again to challenge the people who have watched over 100 THORnews videos and never contributed, if you're doing okay, to make a contribution. So that I have to mention me asking for contributions less because I do a great job. I really thought I'd get more help from like the upper middle class and the rich people, or sort of rich, and some of the famous people. And but you know, what's it talking about? Oh, yeah. So the address is the safest because I usually wait for my mailman because people try to break in my mailbox and shit. It's weird. Although instant, because I gotta get like $56 so that the shit doesn't bounce for my editing program. PayPal, I'm not gonna Venmo, CashApp, Patron. And people are like, I don't appreciate the way you run your business as Planetary Defense Commander. I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, there are a lot of other people on YouTube or around the world who tell you about the weather. Although on YouTube, they either tell you it's really hot or it's really cold. You never get both sides. Asterisk. But yeah, as I made a video before, like UK is getting at least a week of rain as they get hit by wave after wave after wave after wave of low. I'm just bringing you all that sweet THORnews information butter today. S&P, 84% of stocks are above the 200-day moving average, most since September 2014. Man, that'd be cool if Billy let me direct a music video. I'd be real good at that. Real good. Oh, hell yeah. The first hurricane of the year It's going to be named King Arthur. I got all the time in the world to start building up to that with some of the best King Arthur footage ever, because I love the King Arthur mythology, and it only shows you that it's very important you choose the right wife or spouse, because if you choose wrong, your entire kingdom, the round table, and the magic sword in the future for the next 1,000 years can be totally lost. That's why I take who I marry so seriously. And 982, 932, 992. But it's probably coming out of here, so it doesn't really make that big, that wouldn't make it tropical. Oh, weather Twitter jokes. People are going to be like, well, I was going to donate or contribute, but then you showed a PG-13 picture that made my sensibilities go like, no way. All right, then, allow a cranky weather guy to knock your boner down. Friday, Saturday storm system evolving rapidly now. Intense drain of cold air as the kick is in. Next stage of significant development is underway. This is our mid-upper level seed. Redevelopment of a surface low over the central U.S. on Thursday is what we will track. Get back, Jack, and do it again. How long is this video I'm making? Washington, some of you people could be getting 1 to 2 feet. Hey, Citibank beat earnings as fixed income trading spiked 49%. Greg D, just brutal across Montana and North Dakota this morning. Brutal. Negative 35 wind chill. Negative 40. Whoa. So yeah, Michael Ventrise, we're going to get a real dip of winter, and then we'll probably get hot, and then we'll get another dip of winter again, and then hot, and then maybe one more dip of winter, and then it's summer. I think that would be my guess. I want snow in Texas. Natalie, are you praying? Long Island weather. Weekend storm threat. Classic Miller B situation. Primary low cuts, then transfer somewhere along the coastline. However, look at the very strong Harry Potter pressure to the north. Classic sign of cars acting douchey. Reminds me of November 2018 storm. So yeah, this is storm for the weekend. Cranky will be tracking it down from the rooter to the tutor. And I'll be bringing the same amount of information too. I can already feel myself getting out of the, oh my God, I did so great, I only have $1 bad mood. Man, I can't wait to hear that song. Yeah, that eruption's crazy. And JP Morgan Chase just posted the best year ever for any bank in United States of America history. A sure sign the deep state is on the run. Wait, WTF is a Jesus colony. I was watching this movie from the 70s that I'm editing about insurance scams and how they duped the public with computers. And at the end of the movie, they're like, Green was sentenced to 3 months and he now lives in a Jesus colony in California. Like, I don't even think Jesus is allowed in California anymore. How the world changes. And that joke was, I'm sorry, California, I love you. And to summarize Pascal, what we need is one earth family under a loving God. I know the concept of a loving God is radical to you people, but it's the one I believe in. And if we don't have a renaissance, we end up in a dark ages of technology. And, we don't want that. Okay, so yeah, I'm THORnews. I'll be doing my best to calm down and bring you guys fantastic, super information, and do it like I do. And congratulations, Billy. I'm proud of you, kid. She's over 18, though. Peace out. God bless everyone. Stay cool. Oh, yeah, and if you do want to say thanks, Thor, and because it's going to be a wild January, man. Weather-wise and shit. Oh, yeah, okay, wait. Okay, I will now run the weather models because it gives the ladies the happy sauce. And everybody loves the happy sauce. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, but look at that. What was that? Came out of nowhere. That was weird. Okay, we'll watch the European one too. But this is over the next 16 days. The farther out, the less reliable. But it keeps showing that. See that system? It keeps showing some type of a low pressure system dragging across the southeast. And so it's going to continue to get rainy. At least the southeast is already in a spring pattern. We're seeing tornadoes, and by the time that one storm cleared out, there were quite a few tornadoes. I mean, it wasn't 20 or 30, but they were deadly and destructive. And so I've been watching the model. It continues to draw up some type of nasty, super rainy low across the southeast at some point. And that, on top of all the rain they've had already, would be a super disaster. And if spring is really starting a couple months early for everybody but like this area, then that means we could get to 500 rivers flooding this year. And how many dams did we have fail last year? Like 3 or 4? Like we were at 0, and then we had like 3 last year, I think. Ay caramba. All right, I'm calming down. So yeah, the wild, wacky weather shall continue. All right, so now we're looking at the models. Look at that, dude. That is like one giant low connected in the USA, another giant low connected in Europe, and then a giant rain band that connects the two. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, so I've been doing my best to be the mercurial bridge and messenger between the underworld and the public. What a wild ride it's been so far. I definitely could use more affection, though, and more days out. I think my performance would improve. Yeah, dude, it's a wild stage, and I will never understand how a carbon tax is going to help anything. And the fact that those are like the only solutions they're offering. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, yeah, Europe, everybody's going to get in on the action. So, everybody stay cool. I'm going to try and stay cool. I'm going to pray some more. I want to thank anyone who's ever contributed before. And hopefully, I think I've done a great job, especially over the last 30 days and leading up to this, to say, like, get us ready. I don't like it when I'm whiny. Maybe that's why I can't get a good kiss, because I'm too whiny. Yeah, it would probably help if I took a shower. Okay, stay cool. I'll be talking to you. It's what I do. Peace out. God bless everyone.